Hello and good afternoon everybody. This is Wednesday. We're on Wednesday. So we're on day 6 of the koi fry. I've got an up-to-date video of actually underneath the water today, so I just thought I'd talk to you because I haven't done that for a few days. So yeah, they've started coming out and up and a bit more today. Don't know if you're going to see them with this camera. Probably have to divert back to the other one, but no, we're getting some good shots. Can't really see any deformities at the moment. I appreciate it's probably still early days. There are a couple that we've lost already in terms of fry, and I literally mean a couple. There's 1 or 2 on top, but you know, failing that, the bottom, I'll try and hold it dead still. You can see a couple there that are moving around at the bottom. You have to excuse my reflection. Just try and cut the gap. There you go. So yeah, so the bottom's still pretty busy. You see another one swimming past. So yeah, no, touch wood, they're getting pretty big. Now, I'm not really one to keep all my eggs in one basket. So I was speaking to the better half today and advising that maybe we put a couple of scoops in a different tank and then another different tank and place them in different environments to try and make sure that if we lost them, we didn't lose them all. But yeah, the bottom, I mean, you must be looking at least a couple of hundred, and I've got, like I said, a 7 foot by 7 foot, 400 deep, and you know, the numbers are pretty successful. So touch wood, I haven't really seen many. I mean, I've seen inside 1 or 2 that you can literally see that they've tried to eat the Daphnia and the brine shrimp. They look a brown. I'm assuming that's the food and not necessarily their colour at the moment. So things are going well. Fingers crossed. I'm also not one of those to speak too soon. So still got the spawning roots in there. They're going to be in there for a further 2 days, I think. So 7 days would be tomorrow. I'm going to leave it in there Friday, although the weather this week has been fantastic. And then go back into the stables. So we've got adult Daphnia. I don't know if you can see him swimming around there. I don't think you're going to be able to. It's not really a great picture, I'm afraid, with the reflection of everything. So yeah, we've got adult Daphnia in there swimming around. Again, dirty water, topped up that every 2 or 3 days. Nothing's changed. I'd say Daphnia are, I've either been incredibly lucky, or they're very easy to pick. So I actually added air to this one. I haven't added air to that one, but I basically top up from that one into that one with a watering can every 2 to 3 days, and then sort of feed them across. I've got baby Daphnia in here. Again, you might be able to see some things flicker. Not that you're going to be able to. And then in this one, can't see it at all, but I've got a tank of brine shrimp. That's literally a spoonful of eggs. And they're going crazy in there. I mean, I don't know if you can see how orange it is, or like they're moving, but there's just a slight current of air, but that is literally packed full of brine shrimp on the move. So we keep chucking them to McCoy 3 times a day. I do a bucket, so there's the bucket. I don't know whether I'm right or wrong, so for the first 7 days I tried to feed them as small as items as I can. So I've got brine shrimp, baby Daphnia, adult Daphnia. They're sort of 3 days apart. I've been told they multiply every 10 days, so that's on their 6th day. They're multiplying in there. I'm guessing at a successful rate because I can fill up a watering can full of them every couple of days, and I seem to get a tank full of them when I shine a light through it. And then I bought this dust, which is sort of 0.5 mil to 0.8 mil. So I feed 3 cups of Daphnia into the bowl and a scoop of brine shrimp into the bowl, and I do that 3 times a day. So yeah, that's successfully fine. And then the next one, I'm going to try and get this, the female swimmer for me now. We're going to try and get her to breed next. So yeah, things are going okay here. So yeah, touch wood. We'll see how it all goes over the next couple of weeks and see what the reaction is, and fingers crossed we should have some fry, get it growing on. We'll try again breeding. I don't know which males to go for. There's a couple of males in the next tank. Those are in there, over through there, and hopefully she'll produce just as nice as offspring as what we've got now. But starting to thinking about the culling process, thinking about putting those fires in different environments. So I was thinking about, there's a bottom tank, sort of 2 foot by 2 foot at the bottom here on my rack of food. So I was going to put maybe some fry in the bottom of there and fill up a tank. And also thinking about the blue measuring bowl, excuse me. So I've got an half decent measuring bowl, and then I've got quite a chunky tub. I'm not really sure of the litres of that, but it must be fairly substantial to keep frying. Maybe every 2 or 3 days, because of their size I could get away with a water change as opposed to a filter, and that complicates things. I've tried to make the filter as fry proof as possible. This is kind of what I've come up with, so some netting really tightly wrapped with some zip ties. I'm hoping that comes off, and then we can pump it through into the filters and whatever else, but I don't know, I'm still a bit anxious about that in case I lose half of them up the filter, you see. So don't know what to do yet, but touch wood, we're getting away with it. Whatever it is we're doing is working. And this was just a video really to encourage people, because I'm not really one of those to give up, but equally I'm not the best koi keeper in the world. So, you know, I've cut corners in the past, and friends of mine said, oh, why don't you do it like this, why don't you do it like that? And you know, I mean, I tried breeding 3 or 4 times. Maybe the weather wasn't hot enough, maybe the days weren't long enough, maybe the fish weren't up to it, I don't know. But if you look from my videos, then effectively that's how I've cracked it. And yeah, so the gold Yamabuki here is the mother. So I'm expecting quite a lot of gold to come through on her, and then I've got the video of the males that were breeding with her originally that I used those same males again. So I knew the males were up for it, it was more the females that were always shying away from it. So now I sort of managed to sort that out with a bit of luck. These are all female fish, as I said, apart from in my other videos, the exceptions of a few. So with a bit of luck this time, this one here is sort of 60 cms, we'll be up for it, approaching the 5-year mark. So I'm hoping that she delivers. But yeah, she's starting to eat well, so appreciate the protein levels, so it sort of helps. Just swimming over because there's no more food. So yeah, fingers crossed. This is our weekly update. Again, I should try and do another one, probably on the weekend, and won't bore you all to death. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care.